Down here, I want to show you this 3-year-old skater here. What's your name?
Vicky.
And how old are you? 3? Do you like to roller skate?
I started making YouTube tutorials on how to skate and teaching online 5 years ago. So much has changed in the past 5 years, and I am honestly so grateful for everything that has happened, the good and the bad, and just the chaos. But I realized I've never really told you my story.
3-year-old on skates. I'm incredibly impressed.
You may think it started here, but it really started here. Well, kinda. Basically where the freeway is. This is where it all started. I was not alive yet, but Skate Ranch was right here. And that is where my parents met. My dad was actually my mom's skating coach. Scandalous. Not surprisingly, we all became skaters, me and my 3 brothers. And this is where it all started. And unfortunately, it closed in 1991, and I was born in 1992. So I never got to skate here, and I never got to see it. But I have heard so many stories, and I've seen so many photos, and I really, really wish I could have seen it. I wish I could have skated at Skate Ranch, but such is life. So in 1992, I was born, and my parents were teaching here at Holiday. And this is where I learned how to skate.
So she's obviously starting at an early age. What are your hopes and dreams for her?
Well, she has a great interest in it because she sees everybody in the family and all the other skaters here doing it and enjoying it. So she's developed a real love for it naturally.
A lot of things were learned here. A lot of things. Not just how to skate, but, you know, how to like be a kid. Then when I was 11, we went to Fountain Valley. Now, this was a really big switch from Holiday, and I grew up a lot. I worked here and I skated here, trained here. Our practices
Start at about 8:30 and run to around midnight.
we spent all day here because I would work the parties, I would work the session. I worked birthday parties, which was amazing and so much fun. And I got really good tips working birthday parties. But these were my competitive years.
Our cool kid, Nicole Leonard, just returned from the roller skating championships in Australia. She came back a world champion.
It always feels super weird being back here. It feels super weird being at this rink. And I don't really know why. I'm just like, my life is so different now than it was then. But this is where I trained for the world championships. So every world championships that I won, I was training here when I did it. And I have very fond memories, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Oh my gosh, I worked with that guy. And then we came back here. So when I was about 18 years old, I took 1 year off, but I started coaching. And that took off here at Holiday. And then after my 1 year off of skating, I decided to come back and skate. So I did train and teach simultaneously 1 year, which was exhausting, but that all happened here. So I pretty much became an adult here at Holiday. I have so much gratitude for this rink, as you can probably tell. I still teach here when I teach my in-person lessons. It's typically here at Holiday, and I love it here. I really love it here. It really is my home away from home. So a lot of you know me from standing right here. While I was teaching all those years, I was working so much. I was making YouTube tutorials and posting those tutorials every Friday for so many weeks in a row. I think I did 95 tutorials, most of them being down here in my garage. And I was also teaching at the skating rink. I was also auditioning and doing every job that came my way. I was driving out to LA and working at clubs and bars, skating in Hollywood and around LA, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights for years. And on top of that, all of my competitive skaters that I was teaching at the rink, I also had competitive skaters that I was teaching and choreographing around the US. So I was traveling a lot. And then 2020 happened and everything had to go outside. So all of my competitive skaters that I would typically teach at the skating rink, I moved to the beach. I'm in Newport Beach right now. The Newport Beach Blacktop, which is actually the playground for Newport Elementary School, is right over there, but it is filled with children right now who are playing at recess. So we started skating outside, and I never skated outside before, not really. I didn't even own outdoor wheels, so it was a challenge, and teaching competitive skaters outside was a challenge because not only was I not used to skating outside, they weren't used to skating outside, and it is completely a different feeling than skating on a wood floor in a controlled environment. But I think we all became better skaters for it, and when I wasn't teaching out here, we would find any available basketball court and hope we didn't get kicked off. And a lot of it also happened in this studio, which is currently set up as the podcast studio, but everything moves when I have to teach. So back then it was carpeted, and this was actually Taylor's studio. When everything switched to online, I started teaching my students, my competitive students, in group classes online. And we quickly realized that if they enjoyed it, maybe other people would enjoy it too. And I already had so many tutorials on YouTube for free to learn how to skate, and I wanted to expand on that and really elaborate on a lot of those things and make a complete layout of my own on a website. So that is when thatnicolefiore.com started. I'm Nicole Fiore from Southern California, and I teach and choreograph roller skating online. And that is when things really went off. Things really changed. Taylor and I started working together full-time. Luckily, we work very, very well together. We really enjoy working together, and 2020 was amazing because we could be together all the time and could work really hard together, and we loved it. So we kept doing it. And I am so grateful that we can move everything, that we have this space and I can teach in here. I can teach private lessons. I can hold online workshops. I can teach and just enjoy myself in here. And I am so glad that we took out the carpet and laid down vinyl flooring so that I could do that. But we also started the podcast in here. So much has changed. And if you've been here for a while, thank you so much for being here and evolving with me. Who knows what we will come up with in the next 5 years, and I promise you, no matter what it is, it won't be boring. So much more skating, many more fun life things. I know that I have taken kind of a departure from skating for a little bit and was showing more of my life, more vlog style videos, more fitness. The memberships are available on YouTube and on the website. And of course, all of the tutorials that I created way back when in the garage and then some in here are always still up on YouTube. And I really, really appreciate you being here, and I want you to know how grateful I am. So thank you for allowing me to be me and do what I love and share everything that I love in this life. I really couldn't do it without you. So thank you. And for everyone who wondered what was behind that curtain, it was this. Storage.